Subscribe.
What's good? It's your boy Rob. You know the vibes. Like, share, subscribe. We back with another one. That is a social podcast where we deal with dope individuals living in their greatness, doing dope things. Today we got a special guest with us, my guy, my boy, Chino Green.
Appreciate you, Rob. Thanks for having me on NAD. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe.
Definitely.
Also, my name is Chino Green, Mr. Top Class himself. You can check me out on Instagram, Top Class Home Improvements. Got a lot of things in store. Portfolio catalog going crazy.
Now, Top Class is a construction company?
Well, Top Class, we're building it up as an empire.
Okay.
So right now, what's the grandfather is Top Class Home Improvements. That's the construction home improvement company.
Okay.
But just recently we have expanded it to Top Class Truck and Transports,
Nice.
which is a transport and logistic company for trucks and also its cargo vans as well.
Nice.
Exactly.
So what got you into the construction field and everything? Like,
Well,
what was your motivation?
a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't know. Some people do know, but I'm a first generation Nigerian.
Oh,
you know what I
nice,
mean?
nice.
My parents came right off the boat, as many people
Right,
say. But we didn't. We wasn't afforded a lot of opportunities and luxuries that the average person would. You know what I mean? My father had 17 kids. Well, 17 brothers and sisters. I'm sorry. 17 brothers and sisters, and you know, in a third world country, it's a struggle. You know what I mean?
I can only imagine.
Growing up, mommy, daddy, I want Jordans. How about my parents didn't even know who Michael Jordan was?
Facts.
You know what I mean? They grew up going to school in flip flops.
Right.
So to have a pair of Jordans in another world is
Everything.
we made it. You know what I mean? So for a lot of people, they go into that mentality where they want to win. And my mentality is I have to win.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen many facets of the highs and lows of
Hold
life.
up. Not to cut you off. Did y'all hear that, Jewel? Not that he want to. He has to win. Take that in. Let that sink in.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I've been to third world countries where, you know, just having running water is a luxury.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me to come back and to come to a place where the quote unquote the land of the opportunity, the land of the free,
Right.
The first generation Nigerian, it gives me a stance and an urgency in which where I don't have no chance or the opportunity or the leverage, you know, to mess up. I can't blow this.
Right.
You know, and that's why I come in and, you know, when I go into my contracts and go into the creativity part of the job, that's where I separate myself because it's the attention to detail.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I totally understand what certain details that we got to pay attention to as far as, you know, people wanting how they want.
So
their house.
you hands on with a lot of your projects.
Oh, absolutely. We you know, the company's slogan is "You think it, we build it." You know what I mean? We do custom carpentry,
Nice.
finish work, framing, addition, plumbing, paint work, kitchens, bathrooms,
Everything. Everything.
You know, and that's what we pride ourselves on quality, top tier work. You know, and we also do the custom carpentry, in which where basically you come in and you order whatever furniture you want. You know what I mean? And we tell you exactly how it could be, detail for detail.
Nice.
You know, and that's what we pride ourselves, some good quality work.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, a lot of people don't understand where it derived from. It's for me being an artist. How long I've been doing it, that's a mystery. You know what I mean? Because I felt like it's always been in me.
Right.
My grandfather was a carpenter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My father was a carpenter. I come from 4 lines of carpenters.
Okay.
So for me to say or give you an answer,
time limit.
a time
Right,
limit.
right.
I was in the shed with my dad at 5 years old.
You was born into
you know,
it,
I was
right.
born into it. You know what I mean? So But me taking it serious and, you know, me gaining liberty, because I won't say financial freedom. That's not what I'm in it for.
Right.
I'm in it for liberty. You know what I mean? I wanna have the will and the zeal to wake up and say, this is what I'm gonna do with my God-given talents.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And if I'm able to impact the world and change the world by that, then at least I'm a step ahead. You know, in every morning.
Nice. So, what have you been working on? Like, what projects have you been working on?
When I first came into the construction company, or the field, I should say.
It's a tough field too, because I know it's a
absolutely
lot of competition now.
Competitive. Most of my competitors, I'm a general contractor.
Right.
But when I first came into the field, it wasn't. I came in as a booming effect because of my quality work.
Okay.
And I was just doing finished carpentry at that time. But when as time progressed, I always looking to dominate the fields. But as far as what I'm doing into right now, I'm fully booked.
Nice.
I have projects we're doing at church. I'm doing a celebrities hair store in Garden State Mall.
Nice.
I'm doing a couple of new renovations here in Newark and Essex County. You know, so it's, you know, I got a couple things going on.
Nice.
I'm actually working on expanding.
Staying busy.
Absolutely.
It's another jewel, man. Stay busy. That's the whole point. If y'all looking for my boy, y'all better call him now, because he booked up. Y'all heard it first. He booked up already, so call him, put y'all appointments in, let him know.
Absolutely. So I'm just grinding. I don't believe in having money in the bank. You know what I mean? I'm just in the season of sowing seeds right now.
Wait, what you mean you don't believe in having money in the bank?
I don't think it's necessary or smart or wise to have money in the bank just to say, oh, I have $100K in the bank.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'd rather sow seeds, and if I'm sowing seeds of $100K, then I'm looking to get something back.
So investing.
Exactly. I'm in a season.
But because the banks do the same thing with your money, they hold your money to invest it, but they give you 2%, 1% of that, and you can make way more of your own investments.
Why not?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, from Top Class Home Improvements, birthed Top Class Truck and Transports.
How do you make that transition though? Like, how you get from construction to trucking?
Well, I'm anything that I do, I'm a competitor.
Okay.
I grew up, you know, with a competitive edge all my life. I was an athlete growing up, so with that zeal, that mind, I just took it into everything that I do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm into wherever I step, I'm there to dominate. You know what I mean? So if it's the construction field, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I understand, you know, the opportunities are endless with the real estate and construction field. But I think that with my support system and, you know, the people in constant grind, you know, I was able to expand. I was looking forward to seeing where, like I said, not just having money, but just recycling it,
right,
and all different types of resources. So, you know, I wanted to corner the market. So what not best than corner some of the biggest markets that the world can offer?
Facts.
Real estate,
Facts.
Transportation. You know what I mean? So that's I'm always on. My mind is always on colossal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Always thinking bigger than you know the abstract picture.
Nice.
You know.
So you would be a first generation trucker, because you know you said you came from a long line of construction, so
Absolutely.
you would start a whole new chain.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Nice.
You actually just pointed that out. It would be, you know, a situation where my family would be able to say, yeah, Chino Green was the first person to put this trucking company out for us. You know what I mean? I always look. And if I'm looking to be this way, I'm always looking for a vessel of inspiration.
Right.
So I'm looking at the Walmarts, I'm looking at the Fords. You know what I mean? I'm looking at all these big time families,
right,
and I'm saying, okay, if it's them, then why not us?
Brand.
Why
it's
not
all
me?
branding.
You know what
right.
I mean? And that's what drives me. That's what drives me to keep, you know, sowing seeds and being able to say, hey, I made a mistake, but I grew from it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So that's what keeps me going.
Nice. Okay, so as far as you got the trucking going on, you got the construction going on, you're dealing with multiple people you booked up. Where do you find time for yourself and all this? You know what I mean?
Well, you know the saying. You know how it go. When you love something, you never truly working.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I truly enjoy this.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I feel like this is my God-given calling.
I see the way you talk about it, got you lighting up.
Oh, absolutely, right. Absolutely. It helps me out. You know what I mean? It gives me. I'm not really in it for financial wealth or, you know what I mean? I'm looking for the liberty part of it. Okay. You know what I mean? The fact that I could step out today and I could be in Jersey, and then next week or 2 days after I could be in Atlanta.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut you off. Only people with money say things like that, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Not yet, we getting it, but you know, the fact that it gives me the, you know, the mindset to broaden my horizon on as far as like what my eyes see. You know what I mean? I'm able to tap into different energies of the world because I'm able to, you know, see what's going on. I'm constantly moving. Growing up, I was an artist, literally.
What, drawing?
Drawing.
Okay.
Growing up, I could draw you.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Growing up, I was an artist, but in my mind, growing up, I'm like, artists don't make no money. You know what I mean?
Some artists do. We gonna have some up here too.
Absolutely. You know, and I turned around and I'm like, okay, if I gotta be, you know, this person for my family as a first generation Nigerian, we gotta be pioneers for the upcoming generations coming up.
Okay.
Then how am I gonna be able to use my artistic talents to my benefit? And interior designing came up.
Right.
I use my interior design and my artistic sides. It engages me on high, lows, windows, natural lighting, colors, dimensions, shapes. Everything goes into it.
You just look at life at a whole different spectrum.
Absolutely.
In the same city, right? So absolutely. How did you find the courage or even the strength to do something different, you know, rather than what we grew up in?
Hey, man. Where we came from, you know, it's rough.
Right.
And I just wanted to be different.
Okay.
I always was the kid that never wanted to be in a group. Anybody that knows me knows I don't want to be, I don't clout chase. I don't want to be in the mix. Right. Just let me do me, you know, and everything will be okay. But I saw it different, you know. I knew a couple of years ago that, you know, I'm not saying that a 9 to 5 is anything wrong. Because I worked a 9 to 5 all my life.
We all have.
You know what I mean? But I just knew that it was much more for me to give to the world. Having my first drill, I had to sell my cell phone. You know what I mean? So like, if that's not passion, then that's. You tell me.
But you can't. They can't even call you, but you got something that you could. You know what I mean?
To drill with. I'm gonna make my money, and I'm gonna get another.
You're gonna get another one. Respect.
You know what I mean? So that's what I would tell somebody. Like, you know, I'm an inner city kid. You know what I mean? From Jersey City, and my advice, where I always tell, you know, the younger crowd, the youth. Even my peers, you know what I mean? Or even somebody that's older than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tell them, hey, rule number 1, believe in yourself just as much as you believe in God.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And, you know, and just make sure that you believe in yourself just as much as you pray on God. Just make sure that you put your work in for yourself. You know what I mean? And just let everything else handle itself. You know what I mean? Just believe that it's gonna work. Not saying that it's gonna be easy.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? But it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself is just as much as you believe in God.
Where do you see top class in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 years? You
know? What you call it? A home-based name or
household name?
Household name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
People know where they can find you at again?
Oh, definitely. Portfolio going crazy. You can catch us on IG, top_class_home_improvements. Mr. You Think It, we build it.
Nah.